How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another FIFA 20 video. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about some last minute investments that we can do for the La Liga team this season. We're mainly going to be focusing on link investments here today, just because we've seen how effective it's been for the Premier League. For example, we're going to take a quick look at Virgil van Dijk before we get into it. All of Virgil's versions have gone up an extreme amount. I believe the gold card is about 330k on Xbox. And last week he was like 215. I was able to get a few for. We saw that his informs are up 1 to 200k, which is kind of unfortunate because I would like to buy one of the informs. But as you can see here, 330k for Van Dijk now when he was 100k last just a week ago. And I could see similar things happening with some of the cards in La Liga this week. So we're gonna take a quick look at some of the potential links, starting off with Ter Stegen. Ter Stegen is one card that I really do like. If you're to go to the popular page on Footbin, I believe Ter Stegen has the most games played out of any goalkeeper in this game so far. Just his build and his stats are very good, and he's going to be getting a team of the season too. I think his team of the season is going to be, it's not going to be as expensive as like a Messi, let's say, but I think he's going to be decently priced. I think he's probably going to be a little bit pricier than Alisson will be, just because there's a lot of hype around Ter Stegen. So what this means is it's going to leave a lot of people still wanting this gold card because some people won't be able to afford it at the team of the season, so they're going to look to pick up this card. This card I could see potentially going to 65k from what it's currently at 50k for Xbox. Similar to PS4, I have a feeling he's going to rise up very nicely. Next up, we have two defenders, Eder Militao and Renan Lodi. These guys are probably not going to get in Team of the Season, and you have to understand that just because they're not in Team of the Season doesn't mean they won't rise. These cards have a very good potential to rise as they link well with the new team coming out. With La Liga, obviously we're going to see a lot of new cards, and I really do like Eder Militao. I believe he's like 250k for Xbox right now. And he's going to rise up because he links well with Sergio Ramos. You can link him to Brazilians. He can link to, Ter Stegen. He's going to be a card that links very, very well, and he's going to rise up in price. I think, he could go over 300k. Again, we saw last week cards that went up a lot. N'Golo Kante was one that I kind of looked. He didn't rise a huge amount, but with Kante, he links to everybody in the Premier League team this season, and he could also link those French players like Mbappe and stuff. So we have a very good connection there, and I think Militao will rise nicely. And the same thing with De Jong here. He links up to Virgil van Dijk, and you can link the Premier League sides to the La Liga sides using this card. Not to mention he's really good. He's about 1 million coins on Xbox. On PS4, I think he's a little bit more. But this is a card that can rise up nice. I don't see De Jong getting a team of the season. I just don't think he did enough for Barcelona this season to get one. He did deserve team of the year, obviously, which is why he got it with his Ajax season too. But this season for La Liga, I don't think De Jong impressed enough. This is going to be his only card. This is going to force his card to actually rise up, and he's going to be a great link investment. Next up, we have Varane, and we're getting into some of the cards that will probably get team of the seasons. Varane is most likely going to get a team of the season card. What does this mean for Varane's price? He's about 35k, a little bit under 30k, 32k you could probably get him for. So you're looking at a usable gold defender that's kind of in demand. Like he's still in demand, like Virgil van Dijk is. He's 85 rated, and he's this current price. What's gonna happen is once he leaves packs, he's gonna boost up again. I think he can go over 40k, and this is a very cheap and reliable investment that you can make. Next up, we have my favorite one, and that's Messi. The fact that he's under 300k with a potential special card coming, his gold card is already ridiculous as it is too. This card is going to rise so much out of packs. Like, I can't stress enough that Messi is a very good investment if you have the coins. And another look at other special cards that link, like Foot Birthday Griezmann, for example. He's a very good card. There's a lot of demand on this card, especially with that 5-star weak foot. This is a card that's going to rise up because, he's going to link to everyone. He links to the, Mbappe and Kante and stuff. So he's going to be a card that rises. And finally, Sergio Ramos, like Van Dijk, he's one of those, center backs that everyone could still use. And with someone like Sergio Ramos, with someone like Varane, with someone like Messi, their next versions will also rise up. I don't think Messi's other versions will rise up too much, just because he has a lot of versions that are very high priced. But someone like Ramos, someone like Varane's he's going to be an expensive defender. Varane is probably going to be 2 million on the first day. His special cards will rise up because there's going to be a huge price gap between, let's say, his headliner and his team of the season. So that's going to force the headliner kind of to push up, in a closer price, as people still want to use Varane, but they can't afford that team of the season, so they look to the next best alternative. And that is pretty much all your link up ones. Let me know in the comments what other cards you are linking up for. And finally, before we end the video, I do want to talk about selling. So what we saw with selling today anyways, is we saw with the Premier League guys, you bought them before the team of the season came out, and they're at decent prices, like Messi is. But what we saw with Van Dijk is he actually rose up pretty good on the weekend. He went to about 270, but it was actually today that Van Dijk went to 330k, which is really unreal. So with these cards, if you do want the coins, you do want the coins back right away to trade in other aspects and stuff. I do recommend maybe selling your cards on Friday night. But if you want to hold for even more profit, I recommend maybe picking these up and using them in the team or something, and then looking to sell on a Thursday next time when rewards come out. Just because with these cards we saw with Van Dijk, for example, no one got Van Dijk out of their red picks, so they're looking at his other versions to link up with their new red picks that they got. And the same's going to happen here. Nobody is going to get Messi in their red picks. You're rarely going to see it, but what you are going to see is probably people get like a Carvajal or something, and what they're going to do then is they're going to say, oh, I'll just buy gold Messi to link with Carvajal. And we saw that with the Van Dijks today. We see it. We'll see it again this team of the season too. But yeah, that'll pretty much wrap up this video now. If you guys enjoyed, please drop a like on the video. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I'll answer as soon as possible. And make sure you guys are subscribed. You don't want to miss out on any more FIFA 20 content. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.